Remember, they're changing my voice. I reserve my right to defend my culture against the unfair and illogical attacks of people who are using the police and military and intelligence agencies and contractors and all kinds of social clubs and underhanded groups and corporate groups to team up against me for being morally precise while they reinforce a culture of child molestation, a culture of greed that allows for over 600,000 homeless at this time. I don't know if they'll cover that up in the future. 9 million children starving to death a year. 9 million people starving to death a year, including 3 million children, according to the UN. I don't know if they'll cover up that statistic or any other statistics I've come across that reflect the reality of the situation. Even if the number was 90 million people starving to death a year, these cowards would still be acting like fucking worms. That's the bottom line. 3 million children starving to death a year in the world and dying of hunger-related issues is more than enough for people to stop acting like bitches. Well, why don't they? Why don't they stop? It has to do with their characteristics. This video is about 59 characteristics that we see in society. And obviously, it's a white establishment society. Obviously, it's a white Jews and LGBT control what cultures are allowed. That's part of why I'm being screened out. In fact, that's probably exactly why, and there's all there is to it, why I'm being screened out here. Okay? They are racist, they are jealous, etc. Now, let's look at the characteristics of these cultures, the governing the white Jew and LGBT cultures, and the cultures they allow in terms of what happened when I went to Almaden. What happens in Morgan Hill and Gilroy? What do I see there among the people there, particularly a certain grouping? So I won't be accused of being racist, even though I'm hit with racial assaults every day, and they do things like tamper with my mail to cause me to injure myself with some of the products I get in the mail. Okay, but this is nothing. Okay, I'm walking with God Almighty. Forget the little bitch shit that you do and disgraces your races, your groups, your languages, your cultures. Okay, etc. As the Bible would say, you people, your disgrace will never be wiped away, and you had no reason whatsoever to persecute me. No reason. I wasn't even a threat to your pitiful governing class's governance over this world, if you want to call it that. All right. So what do I see when I see an Almaden? The typical person Almaden. Oh, I see they're soulless. They're the walking dead, so to speak. Point number 2. Point number 3. They have no true natural rhythm, right? They're like dead inside. They don't have soul, right? Point number 4. They cover things up, right? You can tell by the way they have about them, right? They're shady in a certain way that reflects that they cover up things, right? Who are these people? What kind of life do they lead? You can tell by looking at them that they led a boarding life when they're younger. Thank goodness I didn't follow the Masons and all these groups that go out of their way to enforce the kind of yuppie, kind of, suburban cultures, the kind of pathetic, privileged neighborhood cultures, just pathetic, just horrible, horrible people. Point number 5, out of touch. Point number 6, dull. 7, senseless. 8, pointless. 9, boring. 10, eccentric. So some of these words don't have, in the greater grouping of characteristics, you can tell that they're scum, right? So at times they're nice and friendly, for example, but it doesn't change that overall they're monsters. Okay, bear with me. Point number 11, square. Point number 12, yuppie-ish. Point number 13, retirement community-ish. 14, sheepish. 15, meek. 16, carefree. 17, careless. 18, inferior. And I do mean inferior. 19, white and whitewashed. 20, age blurred, right? These guys are they're like little kids that never grew up, except for they're old idiots, or they're little kids that haven't grown up yet, and they're just little kids who are idiots. 21, suspicious. 22, guilty. 23, smug and complacent. They're just ever so smug to be a complicit worm upholding the despicable cultures without the speck of an inclination to be a man or be heroic or anything like that or be virtuous, just smug in their pitiful cultures. 24, foolish. 25, gay to gayish. 26, cartoonish. 27, lukewarm. 28, odd. 29, groupie. They're groupies, absolutely. Groupthink, pack animals, sheeple. 30, trendy. 31, nerdy and nerdyish. 32, lacrosse-ish. Weird lacrosse. It's kind of like water polo. Lacrosse. See, I'm being fumed right now. These people can't stand you telling them about themselves, okay? They know I'm right. If I'm wrong, make your arguments in your comments, in the comments, but you won't, because you know I'm right. And your cultures are pathetic. Why are you forcing them on me? Why are you forcing them on people? I'll never conform to your despicable culture. 33, silly. 34, blind and lame in the sense of the Bible, right? Their mind's eye, they just don't get life. Their lives are boring. They're lame. They may as well be all be in wheelchairs. Shout out to the people actually are in wheelchairs. I'm not insulting you. I'm saying these people are so fucking lame that they're lamer than the people who are quote unquote lame in that way. 35, selfish. 36, indifferent. 37, unfocused. 38, ultra conformist. 39, suburbanish. 40, shallow. Shallow is a big one. Shallow, shallow, shallow. Selfish, shallow, boring. 41, corny-ish. All right, they're corny as hell. 42, privileged. 40, I guess messed up the numbers here. So it's actually supposed to be 43 here. Simpish. 44, boring. Boringly studious. You know, so some of them are still some kind of nerd or something. 46, around 45, submissive-ish, right? They're submissive to the New World Order. I'm going to have to stop right here because they're fueling me so much, and I'll make another clip. 47, social controller-ish. Pathetic. Social controllers are just worms. So actually that was 46 because I messed up the numbers. So 46, social controllers. 47, common, right? Dime a dozen, run-of-the-mill. 48, social norm fanatics, just lunatics in regards to social norms. They couldn't live without them. They have no problem upholding the social norms that cause little kids to get raped and abused and beat, and women to get beat and raped and coerced, and all this horrible stuff that goes on. Mass drugging, mass exploitation. They have no problem holding this up, right? They're just social. They can't live without upholding the playing their part in the machine, playing their part on the pirate ship. They can't live without doing that. Just horrible people, horrible people. 49, mediocre-ish. 50, simple. 51, fair weather. 52, dumb. 53, they seem like spies or something. You look carefully, they can't wait to complain about anybody who would do the right thing. They can't wait to go, psst, 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 I'm a Freemason, and this guy was doing things in a way that challenges our pedophile sexual control, and we got to stop them. They can't wait to do that. They're snitches. They're spies, right? 54, fairy-ish. 55, undetermined. 56, undisciplined-ish, right? They're undisciplined. 57, privileged. Did I do that one already? There's another mistake. Okay. And 58, liars, misleading. So it's actually 57 points. I could probably think of other ones, So again, there's a difference between reporting to the state, knowing that they're not going to take your case seriously because they're racially harassing you every day and they're trying to make you seem like a terrorist, so you beat them to the punch and say, hey, they're harassing me every day, do something. Hey, I'm asking for investigating. I have the letter and everything. There's a difference between that and just being some kind of snitch trying to maintain the pedophile social order of society. That's some snitch ass, weakling ass, mental weakling ass, bitch ass, coward ass, namby-pamby, drug the hero because you're a bitch compared to him type of bitch shit. Thank you.